Welcome to Amberger Smackdown at today's financialnews.com. President Bush's recent European vacation passed without incident. No mass demonstrations in Italy, no blood for oil signs in France, no USA equals SASS signs in Germany. Could be that the props finally wore out. After all, they used the same slogans, signs and banners for Reagan's visits in the 1980s and Bush Sr.'s visits in the early 1990s. But Europe today is not the same as the Europe of 2001 or even 2004, when anti-Americanism made it from the socialist and fascist fringes into the European political mainstream. American liberals may not have noticed yet, but Europe has changed. After decades of welfare state, anti-business environments, the government-led reforms in the core EU countries now have far more in common with the policies of the Bush administration than with the political platforms of the American left. I wonder if Democrats would still be fawning over Europe if they were actually paying attention to current events. There's Merkel in Germany, Sarkozy in France, Berlusconi again in Italy. These countries have refocused on creating a pro-business environment by implementing Bush-style reforms in their tax and welfare systems. They're doing what's necessary to repair the damage that decades of socialist neglects have left. And of course, they're successful. Sputtering growth has reignited. The currency is almost too strong for its own good. And after decades of mass unemployment, rates have dipped back into the single figures. In other words, it's the opposite of what's been happening in the US since the Democrats reclaimed Congress in 2006. Of course, leaders who do what's necessary, not what's opportune at the moment, are rarely popular, as France's Nicolas Sarkozy is finding out right now. As the American public gets ready to vote a political and intellectual lightweight into office based on empty, emotional but eloquent promises of change and hope, we might finally get European conditions in the United States. Unfortunately, they're vintage 1977. For today's financialnews.com, I'm Christoph Amberger.
Prices could realistically as high as $73 to $74 a barrel this summer.